So we are only a couple of days out now from your fight at UFC Vegas 18, Mike. How has camp and preparation been so far?
Oh man, it's been magic. It's been really good. Just focus on the things that I do good and just growing from off of there, and just keeping everything. Make sure I'm healthy. More importantly.
Yeah, and this is your third fight in Vegas in just over 7 months. Can I ask, is Vegas almost starting to feel a little bit like a home from home?
Yeah, Vegas is nice. I like it. I like it because of the sun. You know, the sun is always up. In fact, that's what I was about to do now. Is get a little walk around on the grounds and stuff. It just feels so comfortable here. I fought I had my contender series fight here. I had the Patrino, the Ed Herman, and now this one. So it's my fourth time fighting in Vegas. It's cool.
Have you been offered a fight on UFC Fight Island? And is that something that you wish you had have been part of?
No, I haven't fought on Fight Island. I mean, if I have to, I will, but it's not something I'm looking forward to. Nah.
Well, I'm sure you've been asked questions about this 1,000,001 times, but it would be wrong of me not to ask. Let's just briefly touch on your last fight. Very controversial third round submission loss to Ed Herman. We are six months or so removed from that fight. How do you look back on that?
Well, the only thing I take from it besides I can't do anything about what happened. It is what it is. But what I'm glad about is that they changed the rules.
Yes.
And that other fighters don't have to deal with that same shit. Because it sucks, you know?
Yeah.
It sucks.
I saw that you won MMA Junkies Robbery of the Year. Can I ask, what is that feeling like? Because generally speaking, Robbery of the Year would be a decision robbery, wouldn't it? It was a little bit of a strange Robbery of the Year, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it was strange. And also, I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. But I thought the more big robbery was the Volkanovski and Max Holloway fight. Oh, that looked like a robbery. But no, it sucks, man. But I guess, again, I'm just more happy that moment, that I was part of a little moment in history that changed things for the future for other fighters. So, and I look at it as that regards, but it's kind of, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as well, because it was so heavily recognised what had happened, and I don't think it could have not been recognised, it was obvious. It almost, to a certain extent, you got the recognition that you kind of did win the fight. So to a certain extent, other than on the record, you are kind of on a little bit of a winning streak right now. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that is fair to say. It is. I didn't even think about it that way. That is. It feels like I am on a winning streak. It doesn't feel like I lost, at all. Despite, even though it says it on the record, but yeah, it feels pretty good.
Can I just say something? And please don't take offense by this, but you've had you've had everything go on in your UFC career so far, haven't you? You win your fight on the Contender Series as a light heavyweight via flying knee. You've had first round knockout wins. You've had losses. You've had no contests, and then we top it off with the madness that was the Ed Herman fight. When you think about it.
Yeah, I know. It is. It's been a wild ride. It definitely has been a wild ride. I don't know. It just, I guess that Boston resilience, man, just keeps you in the fight. Like, you just like, you know what, fuck it. You just keep going. There's nothing you can do about it. But it has been an insanely wild ride. It's just been weird. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I presume you want a very clear, maybe decision or even just an easy knockout victory come Saturday.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a second round finish here. See what happens.
We've gone a little bit too quick, Mike. That would have been my last question, the prediction question, but I'm sure we can save that for in a minute.
Yeah.
So let's move a little bit from the past to the present. On the 6th of February, you will face Danilo Marques. What is your opinion of Danilo as a stylistic matchup for yourself?
I like the matchup a lot. As soon as I got it, I liked it. He's your average grappler. I don't really think he doesn't bring anything like super crazy or to the table. It's gonna be a good fight. It's a really good fight.
Do you feel like, not in totality, I wouldn't want to disrespect either of your skill sets, but it's a little bit like a striker versus grappler matchup?
I can't hear you. What's that?
I just said, maybe not in totality, I wouldn't want to disrespect you, but do you feel like it is a striker versus a grappler kind of matchup?
Yeah. He favors the grappling department. I favor the striker department. It's and it is what it is. So.
And if you win this fight, and as we said, you'll be on a kind of unofficial winning streak at that point, would you want a ranked opponent next, or would you want to maybe start getting up in them rankings? Do you feel like you're there at this point?
I don't know. I'm just taking it fight by fight. So whatever they offer me, I'll take it. I don't think I'll get a ranked opponent yet. Maybe like one more.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll get a ranked opponent just yet.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about where you train. Lauzon MMA.
Yeah.
Joe Lauzon, as we know, is a legend of the game. How much has training there improved your skill set and maybe some of the knowledge that the likes of Joe and perhaps others have imparted?
Oh man, like it's catapulted me to the level that I'm at now. When I first started, little did you know, not the cartel got me. I'm the original Jake protege. So no, he was my first instructor. Jake was my first instructor, and I started like Muay Thai first, and then I did a lot of Muay Thai with him, and then I was at another gym for a little bit when I lived out in Quincy, and so I was just between straight Muay Thai, and then I transitioned to MMA, and I went to Joe's to patch up all the holes in my game to make me more diverse, so I could be able to do everything, and it's just been just a journey within itself. Yeah. He's gotten me so much better, and he's still getting me better every time I go to his classes or every time I see him or anything like that. He's the man.
He is the man. Yeah. Do you think we see him in the octagon again?
You got to ask him, man. Ask him that. That's all him. That's a question to ask him.
I was just asking your opinion.
I mean, hey, as a fan, I would love to, but I don't know. That's up to him. At the end of the day, I'm a competitor as well as a fan of the sport, and of course, I would love to see you. Who wouldn't want to see Joe fight again? But that's a question for him. You got to ask him. 100%. I don't know.
Can I just say as well? You mentioned you were Jake's original student. The picture of you and Jake, where you've got Jake in your arms, and I think the quote is, what is it? Your favorite heterosexual interracial couple, or something like that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. I wanted to ask you something, because your nickname is something that something I was pondering a little bit earlier. Where did you get your nickname Slow from?
So I like I told you, I was coming from a Muay Thai background, like a Muay Thai gym. So when I started hitting mitts with my boxing coach, he was like, all right, he's like, come on, hit me one too. And so I was like, all right, cool. And I just was like trying to like punch from the hip, like rah, rah, just like so much hatred, and you know what I mean, and all this. And he was like, holy shit. He's like, you're slow. He's like, your molasses slow. And then it just stuck. The name Slow Mike just stuck from there.
How old were you when you got that nickname?
I was like 22.
22.
Yeah. 22, 23, somewhere around there. Yeah. That's when I first started going over to Joe's gym. So around that time.
How long have you and Jake been working together?
So, like I said, he was my first instructor back when I was like 16.
16.
Yeah. And then him and I, we stopped working for like a good while. We stopped working for like a good while because I had left. I was doing my own thing, doing the MMA route. And then I got back. I could recoup with him. But Jake, when did I start working with you again? 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It was before the Milstead fight. The Milstead camp was the first camp we worked together again.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, actually, obviously just mentioned there, your background is Muay Thai. Maybe not a fight that necessarily could be next, but is there a fight in your division who you look at and think, stands up wise, that would just be an absolute tear up?
Yeah, I get this question asked a lot. And the one fight that I would want, if I can get it in the perfect world, I would like to fight Shogun. And that's not even disrespect where I could think I can beat him or anything. So 2 reasons. 1, he's an idol of mine. If it wasn't for him, I would not be in the sport. And 2, it would be cool just to fight a Pride guy. Like they all pretty much are gone out of the sport, or no more. He's the last active member of Pride dude. So I'm like, yeah, why not get that? It'll be cool just to fight one. Fought a tough guy. Now let me fight a Pride guy. So.
I've just remembered that when me and Jake talked, I asked Jake that exact same question, but with Rob, Calvin, and yourself. Would you like to know who he said he would like to see you fight?
I want to hear this.
Have a guess.
I don't know. I can't even think of who.
He said OSP.
OSP. Yeah, I would like that fight too. He's a Strikeforce veteran. I'll take it.
It's got just enough historical relevance. It mightn't be Pride, but it's still got enough pedigree.
Yeah. Yep. I like that fight too.
Yeah. Let's hope we could get you something like that soon.
All right.
Final question, Mike, because I do know that you are busy. Give me a prediction for your fight on February the 6th. Let's pretend you haven't said second round knockout a little bit earlier.
Okay, all right. I don't give a shit what round. I just plan on finish Danilo Marques. I don't really care what round. I always say second because it's like the sweet spot, but yeah, it could be the first, it could be the last, but the fight's not going to the cards, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, brilliant. Can I tell you as well, when I spoke to Rob Font, he predicted the second round knockout over Moraes, and he outdid his own prediction, so let's hope you can outdo yours and get a first round.
I know. Yeah. We shall see.
We shall see. I'm starting to tick a lot of you Boston boys off my list, Mike. It's nice. I've got a chart here of all people I want to speak to, and then there's just a big section of Boston, and it's nearly all ticked off.
That's awesome. That's great.
Brilliant. Right. Well, thanks for talking to me this afternoon, Mike, Vegas time.
Anytime. I feel like I owed it to you because you did message me, and I got confused. I thought you were somebody else, and I'm like, yeah, and I did the interview with someone else, another British guy, and they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, oh shit. And I seen you there. I'm like, yeah, I got you. So that's why I was like, yeah, I owe it to you. So yeah, I got you.
I very much appreciate it. Mike, before we go, how can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Emrod MMA on Instagram and on Twitter. That's pretty much. I don't really use Facebook, so either one of them two is fine.
Superb. And before we finish, is there anything you would like to say or sign off with at all?
Give a shout out to my sparring partners that helped me with this camp. Pat McCrowan and Glory Kickboxer Ross Levine, 2 studs. Fabio Chavant as well. And same thing with the guys from Bridgewater State University, the wrestling team. Those guys helped me big time. I don't think I'm supposed to say that because then I'm supposed to have contact. But yeah, give a shout out to the Rainbow Six community. Always show me love and support. My sponsors, Collectors Cup, Kill Cliff, and Planet Eats, as well as Modest Needs, which is a charity organization that I am an ambassador for, that they help low-income families and less than fortunate ones just to help get by on their everyday struggles. Go to their website. They'll be gladly to help you out. Or, in fact, you can help them out by donating to their staff, because during this pandemic, they actually been dealing with a bunch of adversity because they can't do their job. So, just trying to help save the world.
Brilliant, Mike. Mike, thanks for talking to me today.
Thank you, man. Thank you.